All right, so today we're doing something a little different. We're not reviewing a laptop, nope. We are going to tear down the script that sells it. We're pulling back the curtain on Alienware's new playbook to figure out how this legendary gaming brand is trying to, well, completely reinvent itself.
So here's the big question, right? How in the world do you sell a gaming laptop to a CEO? I mean, think about it. You've got this brand, Alienware, known for these super aggressive gamery designs, and you need to convince a creative pro, maybe even a CEO, that this thing belongs in their briefcase. That is the puzzle this new marketing script is trying to solve.
For as long as I can remember, when you heard Alienware, you thought one thing: hardcore gaming, period. But this new script? It's basically them waving a giant flag that says things are changing. They're making this really bold move, trying to get out of just the game room and, right into the boardroom. And the whole strategy, the entire thing, is built around this one powerful idea: discrete power. Now, this isn't just some catchy marketing buzzword. It's their entire philosophy now. The whole goal is to cram an insane amount of performance into a body that doesn't scream, "I'm a gamer." Instead, it just kind of whispers, "Yeah, I can do anything you throw at me."
Okay, so you've got this cool new idea, discrete power. But how do you actually get that across? I mean, you're fighting against years and years of brand perception. Those first 15 seconds of any ad, they're everything. Alienware knows they have to just completely shatter those old stereotypes, like right from the get-go. And check this out. The very first line of the ad, it's not about specs. It's not about features. It's a statement, a declaration. The walls just came down. That one little phrase is doing some serious heavy lifting for the entire brand.
So let's break that down for a sec. What does that really mean? Well, first, it's telling all the old school fans that the exclusive Gamers Only Club, it's over. It's also hinting that maybe, just maybe, the brand and the price are a bit more accessible now. And the big one? It's signaling a massive evolution, a move from this tiny niche market into something way more mainstream. And this new vibe, it's not just in big statements. It's baked into the actual words they use to describe the laptop. The script calls out Interstellar Indigo and a satin finish. Seriously, think about that. That doesn't sound like a computer. It sounds like a luxury car. It's the language of high-end design, not your typical tech jargon. It's all about making this thing feel premium. All right, so they've set this new sophisticated tone. That's great. But now you gotta back it up with the goods, right? You need the hardware. But here's the clever part. They don't just rattle off a list of parts. The script frames the specs as the engine that proves this machine belongs in a pro's toolkit. And again, the language here is so important. Notice how the script never just calls it a laptop. No, it's a performance engine. That's a very deliberate choice. It completely reframes the guts of the machine. They're not just computer parts anymore. They're the source of some serious professional power. And to prove it, the script just hits you with this bam, bam, bam showcase of what that engine can do. First up, the heart of the beast, an Intel Core i7 processor, packing 10 cores. Yeah, that'll handle some demanding tasks. Then you've got 16 gigs of super fast DDR5 RAM. What that really means is this thing is built for serious multitasking. You can throw heavy workloads at it and it's not even going to break a sweat. And to round out that powerhouse trio, you get a massive 1 terabyte solid-state drive. So you're getting instant load times, doesn't matter if you're firing up a game or opening a giant project file. Okay, but this is where the pitch gets really specific for the pros. The script makes a big deal about the 16:10 aspect ratio. See, your typical 16:9 is great for watching movies, but that little bit of extra vertical space you get with 16:10, oh man, it's an absolute game changer for coders, for video editors, for anyone who lives in spreadsheets or long documents. It's a feature picked specifically for work. All right, next up, the script does something super smart. It doesn't just leave you to connect the dots with the specs. No, it explicitly shows you who this laptop is for. It targets 3 totally different types of users, just to hammer home how versatile this one machine is. And this just lays out the strategy perfectly. For the person at home, it's a tough, sleek entertainment hub for the whole family. For the office worker, hey, it's classy and totally boardroom ready. And for the creative pro, it's a powerhouse that chews through AI apps and 4K rendering. See? They're leaving no stone unturned. They're talking directly to each potential customer with a message crafted just for them. Okay, so let's recap. They've set up the new identity, they've proven it has the power, and they've shown how versatile it is. So what's left? The final part of the pitch, sealing the deal.
This is all about building trust and making you feel good about that premium price tag. So the script drops the starting price just under 100,000 rupees. Now, by putting that number out there, they're positioning it as a premium investment, for sure, but one that feels attainable, especially after they've just spent all this time showing you every single thing it can do. And then, to get you over the finish line, they hit you with what I like to call the trust checklist. It's to squash any last-minute doubts. They remind you about the premium materials, about that legendary cooling system you know you can count on, and they give you the peace of mind of a 1-year on-site warranty. It all builds up to that final message: elite performance is within your reach.
So when you step back and look at the whole thing, what does the script really tell us? It shows a super carefully planned evolution for a huge brand. This is them deliberately moving beyond their old niche. And this right here, this is the whole story in a nutshell. The old Alienware, it was all about elite hardcore gaming, a niche audience, and those super aggressive designs. The new Alienware, it's all about discreet power, going after a way broader market and rocking a much more sophisticated look. It is a complete top-to-bottom transformation. Which, it leaves us with one last, pretty interesting question to chew on. As the lines between our work lives, our creative hobbies, and our personal time get blurrier and blurrier, is this whole idea of discrete power, hiding massive horsepower behind a clean professional look, is that the future for all performance tech? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.